And I think Momo just started her timer, so okay, they're off. Stream should be synced up soon. So if my cat will be quiet in the background, I will explain to you how this game works. So this is Shovel Knight, Plaguey Shadows, and Pickles for Nickels. Plaguey's here, they're just having problems with their mic and buffering and stuff like that. Plague Knight has a lot of aerial movement. He has a double, triple jump. He can move along by bomb bursting. A big thing with Plague Knight is buffering your bursts. That's making sure you can like you'll charge up a bomb and then you'll be able to like kind of chain bursts in a row. Plains is the intro stage. It's pretty straightforward. Basically like can be a little bit difficult to route just because the intro stages and how the game design works. Just they want you to get these things to work using the intended strats. Slime Dirt Mountain is virtually impossible. So you'll see these green coins around. We don't really use them. They're cipher coins. Cipher coins can be used to purchase bomb upgrades, but we don't do that. You can collect 69 of them for fun and validate your run. Otherwise, no use in the run. So this is the first and only zip of the run. Some people call it bubble wrap. It's just getting above the loading point and stuff like that. Here is Black Knight 1. He's kind of hard. There's a stun lock you can do, which both runners got, thankfully. It's a little bit difficult, just lining up that burst is kind of, it's really, if you don't stun him in the corner, then he can get out and waste a whole bunch of time. But now both runners are synced up, so good job, both of them. You might notice that both plagues are pink right now. That's just a color code. We call that color the pink lemonade cloak. So this is a double pink lemonade match. So after the plains, Plague Knight goes to the village. As Shovel Knight, you can just walk in and out, but Plague has to do a couple things. You gotta go meet Mona. You gotta go blow up a guy's house and go to your secret hideout called the Potionarium. So get used to seeing this screen because basically you're going to be jumping in and out. You're going to be jumping in and out of that place every time you beat an order stage. So this is Primor Keep. Again, because this is an intro level, it's a fairly fairly straightforward level. Rats can be semi RNG. Whether they stop or go is kind of random. As you'll be seeing these riders do, there's a lot of reverse deboosting. Plague Knight has a bit more of a knockback than the other two campaign characters. So deboosting is very is a really big strat for Plague, I guess.
Underneath that dinner plate is RNG, whether it's going to be food or a bomb.
Yeah, also Plague got their mic to work.
Hi, sorry it wasn't working, but it is now.
Yeah, if you just saw there, you're gonna have to deboost past those blitz thieves. I forgot the name for a second. Okay, this is Book Room. A little bit scary. The pots are kind of motorcycles. But yeah, both runners got through the room okay. So King Knight, yeah, King Knight's not a super difficult boss. You wanna bait him into the corner, basically manipulate his AI a little bit. Wow, the sync on this! Oh my god! Don't let him get away, and oh yeah, both runners finishing it up.
King Fetty.
Wow, this is gonna be a really close race.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, you're gonna want to get him. Usually a quick kill for King Knight is if you get him before he blows a confetti.
Or the King Vinny and the Chuck Shame.
Yeah.
We're here again.
Yeah, you're gonna be coming back to the Potionarium a lot. This next stage is the Lich Yard, and like hazards of this thing include darkness, frogs, yeah, basically darkness and frogs. Also skeletons.
Darkness, frogs, and ghosts.
Yeah, it's this spooky, scary level. Japanese is not faster. Like the language differences are just aesthetic. Yeah, like with Japanese, some of the sprites are changed a little bit to match like old-timey NES Japanese styled stuff.
The frogs in the Lich Yard are RNG on whether they'll be electric or not, and they'll keep their head in the ground until you bother them, but some of them are already out of the ground and will come at you.
So, these platforms here, will move up and down depending if there's a object on them or object or enemy on them or not.
It takes 2 objects or enemies to make it move down.
So Momo's having a little bit of trouble with this room. This is actually a really difficult room. You're gonna want to get the Bone Clang head to the, from one side of the screen to another while this frog absolutely bodies you. Bodies you. Yeah, it's, I don't believe we're having to go back and reset it. Eric's coming up on Spectre Knight. He's kind of known as the coin flip boss. Whether he goes, like, the first set of patterns he does is like consistent, but after that it's just kind of like a coin flip whether he goes to like one side of the form or not. Let's see how he does on that. How they do on that.
Spectre Knight has an attack where, as you can see, he throws his scythe and then teleports to where it'll show up. And then you didn't see it because Eric defeated Spectre Knight pretty quickly, but he has another attack where he'll rush at you and take a swing. And you can get 3 bombs on him in that time.
So both runners getting really good kills on Spectre. This race is still close, even with that small mistake in Lich Yard. But yeah, as you can see, like, even though Momo had a little bit of hard time with the level itself, because of the RNG she got for Spectre, she managed to catch up a little bit.
Every time you defeat a certain segment of the map, Mona will give you a permanent health upgrade potion. But the other health upgrades are tonics, which are temporary, which I don't think they're going to be using.
Did you explain, sorry, my cat is, like, having a time. Did you explain the secret of Explodatorium? Oh gosh, Momo took, oh no. Yeah, the thing with Plague Knight, he's a little bit uncontrollable, so, deaths are very, like, if you die in this run, it's not really a big surprise. Or, like, it's understandable. So, I'm not sure if Clay explained it, sorry, I'm dealing with my cat. Explodatorium runs on global cycles. The pots and the fire are on the timer as soon as you start the level, so riding out this level is kind of difficult. Eric on the Alchemeister getting a really quick kill. Momo's coming up to this, I can explain a little bit better. So the Alchemeister will at first he's a dude and he's throwing all these flasks and stuff. Eventually after a little bit he'll just transform into this big fluffy monster,
That's when
and
you
he'll run across the screen.
That's when you find out the Alchemeister is a filthy fursuiter.
Oh my god. Okay, Eric coming up on oh, I almost rolled it. So, Eric coming up on the boss of this stage. It's surprise, it's Shovel Knight. You wanna be under 2 hearts or less. So, he doesn't use a phase locket. You're gonna want to get him into the corner and just chuck bombs at him and pray that he doesn't get out.
That's the tantrum trench. I can't tell if Eric got the Icor's gift or not. Also, Shovel Knight is a filthy cheater, and he'll get up and defeat you after you defeat him fair and square.
Also, we're not entirely sure why, but basically, like all of Plague Knight's cheat codes line up with Shovel Knight's. So,
I got the Icor's gift.
I guess like if you beat Shovel Knight quick enough, he'll turn into that color that that matches. It's weird. So Eric's going up on Iron Whale. Some people say this level's pretty easy. I don't know. I've always had problems with it.
It has water physics
actually...
and a bubble plant.
Yeah, it's... Go. Finish it up. Oh, did you?
Sorry, the bubble platforms will break in advance if you throw a bomb on them, but if not, they break when you touch them.
Yeah, so, this room, Eric's coming up right now. There are tentacles in this level. The little, like, eye sucker thing at the end, you can hit those, and, they'll retreat back into, or they'll not retreat, they'll just go away. This room is Tentacle Room. They threw like 2 bombs to make sure those first 2 tentacles go away before like they kind of swoosh out. This boss we call 420 fish. It's actually called Teflon, but they go up and down. Basically like after this little auto scroller thing, and they're always kind of like a little bit too high for us to reach.
420 fish is based off of a female anglerfish, and the ones that she's spewing out are actually the male anglerfish.
Which is like, that's a theory. Yeah.
Well, she's got the little light. Usually Chester would be within that chest, and you would trade him the throwing anchors for an Arcana. I don't remember which one.
Actually, oh wait, yeah, you would. Yeah, Chester's in a blue chest. Sorry, I forgot. Thing with plague routing, we only pick up like 1 of the sub weapons, depending if you're running the regular any % route or big boom. We'll talk about Arcana a little bit later. It's coming up a little bit after the stage. Eric coming up on Treasure Knight. Do you want to explain it? Treasure Knight? Okay, I guess I'll explain Treasure Knight. So Treasure Knight's a little bit RNG. He'll basically like use his anchor to go from like one end of the screen or another. The RNG part is kind of like whether he goes up to the ceiling or not. Yeah, good fight for Eric.
The blue box that Treasure Knight just threw on Moo screen was a desperation move that Treasure Knight will do, but Moo got Treasure Knight before he could get her.
So this is Lost City. We have a lot of names for this stage. There is Time Lost City, Lost.jpg City, I call it Lethal Lava Land. You can call it Lost Spaghetti if you want. A big strat in this game, as you can see Eric doing, is beetle skip. That beetle is like normally an auto-scroller. You'll have to ride it all the way across, and its back is bouncy. But because we're playing Night, we have a lot of aerial mobility. We just, with good timing and good jump spacing, we can just swoosh over it.
The death plane in the hitbox for the lava is actually altered slightly for Plague Knight and also Spectre Knight because they have ways to save themselves from the death pits. And devs were getting mad when they were testing it because they kept dying when they could have gotten out easily, so they tweaked it a bit.
Another mechanic of the stage that we don't see too often, basically green is bouncy and red is lava and it's hot. You can use the little goo blocks, as you can see, to change the lava from hot death to like gentle bounciness, but we're Plague Knight, so we don't really use that too much.
You can also bounce on the green blobs, but they have a one-time use.
Yeah.
At least the Steves. That was Beetle Skip too.
Yeah, that's Beetle Skip too. No one's a Beetle Skip one, just gotta watch out for lava.
This is MooMooAkai. He has this attack where he'll go left and right digging through the walls, and after a while he'll land on the ground and skid, and he'll stop at the side he came out on, and then you can just go ham on him. And then he tries to dig into the ground, which he didn't have a chance to do on Moon's screen. But if he does, there's like a whole segment of seconds where he can't be hit, and it's a huge time loss.
Yeah, basically if you don't get him after he or before he digs into the ground like that, you basically have to play whack-a-mole. It's awful. So the second third of the order, I guess, World 2. World 2 is done, and now we're moving on to World 3, which has Sad Mountain in it, which is like basically, I guess you could just call it the nickname of this. Here's Sad Mountain.
There you go.
Of this world.
Mountain. Oh, you can't see it now. There it is.
So this is Flying Machine, also known as Crying Machine, also known as Dying Machine. Very, very scary stage in like all campaigns. Here we're gonna get our first and only Arcana, which costs 9,000 to purchase. Normally you can get Arcana, as Plaguey was saying earlier, by finding the relic that you'll normally use in Shovel Knight's campaign. You'll basically find the sorry, I like brain farted there. You usually find the relic you find in Shovel Knight's campaign, then you'll find Chester later on and trade it to him for the Arcana that you'll use for Plague Knight. But that takes a long time, so it's just easier for us to just cough up the cash. That's why money management is a little bit scary in this game. Eric picking up the staff now. The Arcana we use is called the Staff of Striking. Basically you slap bosses a lot. Slap staff.
You can slap really fast with it. That's pretty much the whole Arcana, you just slap really fast.
Yeah, with, I don't know the numbers because when I run this game, I don't pick up the staff. But I can explain to you how mana works in this game. So as you can see, the little power meter, that does refill on its own, but you can kind of burn yourself out. And when you do, you drain the whole bar, then you have to wait for it to recharge the full before you can use any Arcana.
It's really comparable to things like stamina in a lot of sports games where you have stamina and you have to ration it pretty much, but if you run completely out, then you can't use it anymore for a while.
Okay, so Momo just got through a really scary thing that I think I was busy explaining Arcana. So Those green guys with the fans are called hover minis. The community likes to call them Jawas, but I'm not a Star Wars, so they're kind of scary. They're sort of RNG.
They aren't actually. If
Yeah,
I
they're not
recall
actually.
correctly.
They
They're
kind of
so
just.
precision.
Yeah, they tether to your movement weird. Also, scary windrum. Really scary windrum. There's a cue for that, but it's you can get on the first cycle, but it's really scary looking. There's a cue for it, but it's
I
kind
hate
of hard to
these
see.
ones.
Yeah.
This is the last room before the boss.
So this is Propeller Knight. Here's a. Okay, I don't run staff, so there's.
Propeller Knight got nerfed at one point because it was too hard.
Yeah, I don't run staff, so can't 100% tell you what the thing is. Basically, there's like, because all I know is that this fight, like how we do it, has been changed a little bit recently, because I think Toru found a new strat. But this is one of the reasons why you pick up staff. Basically, you can just kind of get into their hitbox and just go ham.
Another good reason to get the staff is because there are some sprites where he has his sword up and then he'll deflect bombs off of his sword, making him pretty much invulnerable, and the staff can bypass that block.
So, for reasons, we have to fight Black Knight too again, basically plot reasons.
Before Stink Man returns.
He has a similar stun lock as in Planes 1 or Planes. Oh, Eric having a little bit trouble. It's basically you want to get him to the corner, but there's a certain rhythm you have to do. Oh no, Eric. This is why you want to. Yeah, this is why you want to stun lock him.
I believe the stun lock is you throw a bomb and then slap with the staff and throw a bomb and just repeat that and follow him as he hits back.
Yeah, there's a certain rhythm to it. Oh, both runners having problems with Black Knight. Black Knight ruins everything.
He really does. This is why I call him Garbage Boy Stink Man. He's the worst. Oh, Moomoo got the stun lock for a little bit.
Both runners having trouble with Black Knight too. Oh no. Oh, she got him.
And now, for some reason, also plot reasons, Mona's gone and she's replaced with Percy. And also there's magic upgrades to be bought that will extend your magic bar so you can use the slap staff even longer.
Yeah, everyone has a little bit of different route when it comes to this. You can either go to like Polar first or Tinker first. It also just kind of depends on like how much money you have. So if I remember correctly or understand correctly, Eric's going to Tinker first because they have a full. They were able to like get enough money to upgrade their staff fully. Tinker's fight uses a lot of. You need a lot of mana for the staff, and good ladder skip there.
Moomoo has gone to the stranded ship, which is Canada, which is where Polar Knight lives, who is also Emo Santa.
Oh my god. Yeah, like depending on how much money you have, you might go to you basically like want to go to Tinker on Clockwork Tower on full magic. So yeah, that's kind of depends whether you do stranded ship or Clockwork Tower first.
Eric is doing a skip of a pseudo auto scroller where you take damage so you get some invincibility frames to walk across the spikes, and it's kind of scary, but they did it.
Yeah, stranded ship on Moo's side, it's a very, very scary level. A lot of these enemies hit hard. Coming up later on, there's like a really long spike room that's scary. Did Eric twerk? Did Eric twerk in the auto scroller? I didn't see. I was told that like there's a way that makes it look like you can there's a way you can like kind of twerk on the ladders, and both of these runners are known for doing that. And oh my god, they did.
Moomoo is on Polar Knight, and Polar Knight starts his fight by running back and forth, and then he'll jump up and dive down and create a spike pit, and those are instant death spikes. And it's kind of hard with Shovel Knight because you can't jump, you can't stay in the air as long, but Plague Knight can.
So Eric's on Tinker right now. First stage is kind of a joke. He takes a full heart or full bubble of damage, as opposed to a half like most bosses do. But this is the real boss, and this is why you want full staff. Basically, as this tank is rearing back, you can kind of like smush yourself into Tinker's hitbox, and that was a really clean kill. Oh my god.
That's poor Tinker.
Poor Tinker. So now Momo's buying magic and headed off to Flopper Tower, and she just hecked up that poor Plague minion.
I feel so bad for Plague's minions. Like, just at the drop of a hat, Plague could just fight them all.
Oh no. Yeah, so it's a little bit hard to tell. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell who's ahead right now, but after both of them finish these stages, it'll be clear. It's a race up to who gets the tower win first. Oh, I'm struggling on the ladder a bit, not getting the ladder to get. This Cog's ladder is impossible to damage boost through. Like, it's not impossible, but it's definitely like a little bit harder than it seems.
There's some things we couldn't explain because they went to different levels, but the ice physics in Stranded Ship are whack. And the wolf enemies that you saw earlier are designed to chase you, no matter what. And then the snow, if you step on it, it'll fall down and cover the spikes, making it safe to walk on.
Momo getting the auto roller skip there. It's kind of scary, like, it looks really scary. It's not super hard to do, actually. Opting out on the chicken. Please pick up the chicken. Oh my god. Oh, Eric. Oh no, Eric.
Oh no, Eric.
I can't believe this, Momo. Now I have to go. Now I have to yell at both of them. Yeah, this is what I mean by Stranded Ship is awful. Yeah, that one area where Eric took a death. The way I didn't see what happened there. Maybe they got bonked by the hammers. Yeah, the way you do that room is like there's a lot of deboosting going on.
Those bird platforms, if you step on them, they'll start to lower, and if you get off, they'll start to go up. And those dragons, you can only hit the hitbox on the throat, which is the red pouch.
So let's see how Moomoo does on Tinker Tank. Oh, she's dancing.
She's dancing. That was a good fight.
Yeah, good kill. Good Tinker kill.
Poor Tinker.
So, Eric not too far behind. I think Momo's technically taken the lead in this case.
Yeah, I think so too. Whoever starts Tower 1 first will be in the lead.
Yep.
It really depends on menuing at this point, because the menuing can be really tricky because it auto-opens.
Sorta.
It's time for Pepsi.
Oh my
Who wants
god.
Pepsi. Delicious, highly explosive Pepsi of death. Here it comes.
Also, really quick, I didn't know this for months. You can actually, like after you finish a set of order stages, you get a health upgrade. I didn't know you can actually skip that cutscene for the longest time. Also, please excuse me, I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I'm like shaking a little bit, so I'm trying to focus my best.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
have confirmation.
Thank you all for being
Moo.
patient with me.
It is perfectly fine. My hands are cold anyway. MooMoo's in lead.
Yeah, so this is she's in the lead, but not by like it's still anybody's game right now.
The Tower
so-
of Fate. The Tower of Fate does this thing where it'll throw every single level obstacle at you, and you have to get through all of it. And then there's also some cycles in here.
Yeah, this is Crushers. I hated them casually, and I still kind of hate them. Pressure skip's not. It's a little bit precise, and Momo got it. Let's see if Eric can get it. It's a lot scarier than it seems. Eric taking it safe. I don't blame them. Oh no. So this road that Momo's on, I don't know what it is about it. She did it really cleanly. You can just get bodied in that road. It's really strange. There's a lot of debriefing going on.
The Liquid Samurai will hide as a head on the roof or on the floor and move around, and they'll drop as soon as you're below them, and it's really annoying.
Yeah. Momo's on what some people call low bitrate room. There's rain, and there's one of the gimmicks in this room is invisible platforms, and the rain kind of shows you which are the real ones. So this is debatably, possibly the worst boss in the game. This is Black Knight 3. He drank a Red Bull, and now he has wings. So Momo getting teleport skip. Good job.
So he's got a lot more attacks now, and the attacks he normally has are even stronger.
This is another big reason why you want staff. Running this boss without staff is extremely difficult. And Momo got the good kill. And teleport skip. I think both runners got teleport skip, so really, really good job.
That part of the boss is impossible in Shovel of Hope because Shovel Knight can't get as high as Black Knight does.
Yeah, you kind of just want to I don't know the kill in Shovel of Hope, but I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of pogoing and Dust Knuckles involved. So this is Tower 2. Similar to Tower 1, they're just throwing everything at you. At the end of this is the boss rush, which we'll get into a little bit later.
In Tower 2, I personally think it's a little more coherent how they threw everything at you, and it doesn't feel as mashed together as the first one. And in Shovel of Hope, that little segment at Dirt Blocks, you can use the Dust Knuckles.
Yep. So Eric's coming on up on it. Bleh. Eric's coming up on it a little bit. Momo just passed it. This room right here is, I think a lot of people call it the Mario Maker room. I call it the Slime Rancher room. There's just too many slimes.
There are so many slimes, and even if you kill them, there's going to be more hidden blocks. And now time for a very painstakingly long auto-scroller on the side. With pressures.
Yep. So coming up is the boss rush, and at the end of it is Shovel Knight. Oh my god, Eric just, god dang it.
Eric, no!
Eric, no! At the end of the boss rush is Shovel Knight. The order of the order is pretty much random, besides Polar Knight, who will always be in the first 3 knights that you fight. Because Polar Knight summons the auto kill? The one-hit kill spikes.
The death pits.
The death pits, basically.
So in the auto-scroller that Moomoo is in, if you can get high enough, you'll stand on platforms before the dirt blocks have even loaded, but it won't kill you.
Yep,
So
Eric
if you
got,
saw that, you saw her feet where Eric got that too.
Eric got stuck in the blocks.
Eric, no.
So it looks like Momo's getting a valid run, probably, ending off with 69 green coins.
Nice.
So starting off on the boss rush, if I remember correctly, you don't want Treasure Knight first, but that's really not up to you. Just because of positioning thing.
Another thing is the only solid set boss is going to be Shovel Knight as last, always.
Yeah, that's why. So neither runner opted to do that, I think. But some runners will purposely kind of manage your health, even starting at the auto scroller, just so they can get to 2 health or lower, and assume that they're just not going to take any damage on these bosses before Shovel Knight.
That's really hard though, because there's so many bosses. You're fighting 8 at once.
Yeah. Also, the real enemy of this boss rush is technically the chicken or the turkeys, the dinner plates, because there's a lot of health management that you want to do. You basically don't want to get to full health when you're setting up Shovel Knight.
There's King Dingus. Is anyone excited for King of Cards coming soon?
Oh yeah, another thing, Polar Knight retains his spikes, but what is it? Propeller Knight's fight is a little bit different. He doesn't make holds on the floor.
Always wondered how Treasure Knight gets the water into the tower when there's a big open window behind them with no glass.
Yeah. Also, where does... Oh no, Eric got mugged.
Oh no. Spectre Knight can also magically make platforms in this place, so that's weird.
Yeah, also it's really fun to see him just get like bodied against the wall with the staff.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
So I hope Eric pops a tonic. Another thing
Now
we
he's
didn't...
turned off the lights.
Another thing we didn't really explain, Plague Knight... Oh, Plague Knight, has some tonics that he can, chug for like an extra bubble of health. But... And like you
have a chicken.
you hold that, bubble of health until, you die, basically.
Until you die. So, Eric got Spectre just as he turned out the lights because no breathing allowed in the Tower of Fate.
So Momo might have a really hard time with Shovel Knight here, because she's at full health. I don't blame anyone for taking this, the Shovel Knight fight, like, grab the chicken, get to full health, and just kind of, like, whittle him down, whittle your health down from there to get to a point where you can stun lock him. It's a really difficult fight.
Yeah, the stun lock is kind of hard in Tower of Fate because you can't put him into the Tantrum Trench.
Yeah, Eric, please be careful.
Moo no. Oh, okay, no. She got it.
Eric has
No, she did not.
Eric has a few tonics left, but it's kind of iffy. Oh no, Eric.
Eric,
I think they're just gonna try get him the... Yeah.
the old-fashioned way. AKA the painful way. Shovel Knight is a big butthead in this, and he leaves everyone just to hang off the side of the Tower of Fate.
Eric, you can do it! Okay.
Yay! Moomoo is in Tower 3. This whole tower is pretty much just... It's kind of like auto-scrollers, sort of. You gotta go slow to make sure you see the patterns, usually. But with Plague Knight, you can just fly.
Oh yeah, the next, dark rooms sort of coming up. Not really dark rooms, you can see that stuff.
You can only see the platforms, that's it.
Yeah, it's...
And then the candles that are in the void.
It's kind of... Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's like a... Why does she have the void in here?
I have no idea. You ever notice that, like, spacey void area underneath the land the towers on the map, too?
Oh god. So Enchantress, basically you want to do as much damage as you can to her before she starts her dives. I think usually she's about, I think Momo should be good, about 4 or so hearts. Oh gosh. Wow, that was a good Enchantress
Ooh.
kill.
That was a really good kill. And then for some reason, the Enchantress will just give up and give you her essence to put in your Death Pepsi.
Yeah, we never explained the plot of this game. It's not important.
It's not important.
It's really
not
not
important. Don't think about it. It's not important at all. Don't think about it.
I've actually, I think maybe that's the first time I've seen a no-dive Enchantress go for Plague.
This is
So,
the Plague of Shadows. It's just boss Plague, but you fight it as regular Plague, and it's weird.
if you're me, you just stand perfectly still on this and you win after like 30-something seconds.
38.
Yeah. Eric playing it safe. Oh, Eric. Oh no, Eric. Oh god,
Eric,
Eric.
why? Oh, there's the gunpowder jello. There goes the gunpowder jello. Now this is the final boss, because for some reason Plague of Shadows has 3 final bosses except 2. This is the... wait, hang on. This is the corrupted essence. It's Plague Knight's persona. You gotta fight it now.
Oh my god. So you want to hit the little, pink jelly thing on the bottom, which will cause the, corrupted essence to, like, land and open its mouth. Only the little pink gummy thing inside is, inside its mouth is, edible or damageable.
And the tongue is the hit box.
You can technically get, like, a 1.5-ish cycle, when it spits out the little broccoli bird head things. But whether it goes up and down is RNG, and that is time for Momo.
Moomoo wins.
Good
There's
job.
your Pepsi, and now here's the thing that pisses me off the most. You just waste it. There it goes. All that hard work for nothing.
Oh no. I blew up the tower though.
But it was collapsing already.
Okay, so Eric coming up on Corrupted Essence. Hopefully, 2 cycle, and not the legendary 3 cycle.
I think people call the broccoli bird bomb things chicken pox.
I think I'm the only person to call it chicken pox. Everyone like, I think I said that. Everyone was like, what?
I'm pretty sure I've heard someone else call it chicken pox, but whatever.
And that is time for Eric. Okay, now let me check if anyone wants to. Oh, hi.
Hi. That was a really
good job.
good race.
Oh my god, that was full of so much spaghetti at the beginning.
Hey, Eric.
Sorry!
Can't believe you guys twerked on the ladders.
I'm gonna-
You invested for that.
I'm gonna destroy you in King of Cards.
Oh my god!
Mark my words.
Oh,
That will
no.
be my game.
Oh boy.
Good
Good
job,
race.
both of you, though.
Yo, good race.
I'm so mad I died to past Hammer Brothers.
I was
never
wondering
died to
what
that.
you died there, because you lost a lot of time and I was like, why am I ahead?
I also lost 20 seconds to Black Knight too.
I lost a ton of time to Black Knight too. I died at the beginning of Explodatorium. In the stupidest way! I almost made it!
Well, you still won.
Yeah. This, I wonder who I'm up against next. Well, my goal for the
It's
tournament
gonna
was
be
just to get...
Oddbod next.
Oh god,
Oh
well...
my gosh.
Unless if I really grinded. See, my goal for the tournament was to get top 4. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat him, even if he's out of practice.
I've beaten them
Eric,
before.
are
I think you can. I think you can do it.
Eric, are you just gonna eternally be holding up the Death Pepsi?
Yeah.
Don't throw it.
Wait, hold on.
Please don't
No.
waste it.
Wait, hold on.
Don't waste it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I think you told me you were gonna do this. At one point.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm
I'm
terrified.
scared to know what's gonna happen.
In the meantime,
Oh my gosh.
I'm looking at Speed Gaming's schedule.
Yeah, right now I don't think there's anything on speed gaming actually. I think we're like the last on the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
but shout outs
god!
to Speed
Oh.
Gaming for having us.
Wow!
Oh no.
Oh my
That's my
God.
mood towards this whole thing. That is my mood.
Yeah, for us, the Plague tournament, I think we're kind of taking a break-ish right now. Basically the next race we have to schedule kind of is, it's, I don't know, it's gonna take some time before we get that one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Munchakoopas and Puppy Fan, who are some of our next runners to be doing anything, both had some unfortunate wrist injuries. Munch is actually still suffering. Puppy Fan is recovering. Hopefully, Muncha will be good and capable sometime soon.
Oh no, I hope they get better soon. Wrist injuries are really sucky. I know from experience. I sleep with wrist brace on every night even. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So, definitely one thing I have to say about like Plague Knight speedrunning is that it hurts. Like when you're getting used to
Yeah.
it, when you start getting used to it, like while in that process, your hands are going to be in pain and cramping. And Muncha plays as his job. Like he tests this game 8 hours a day.
Oh jeez.
And another thing I didn't mention with bomb bursting, you're basically holding that button like the whole
For
game.
40 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, basically. So,
This is why I've been getting into the habit of stretching my wrists before I practice. I have a little stress ball, and I squeeze it in my hand for a whole minute until my wrist is on fire. And then I take a break, and then I start doing the practice.
oh god.
You're not going to win until you die.
Oh my god.
It
Well,
made no sense, but I'm not even gonna bother fixing that. This was verbal, I can't fix it anyway. You don't win until you die.
I think it's past my bedtime. God, I'm exhausted. So
Yeah.
good race again. Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
Thank you for
Yep.
commentating, Pickles and Plaguey.
Yeah.
No problem.
Have a good night, everyone.
And
night.
everybody.
Good night.